Another day, another video. And as always, before I get into the main topic, I want to talk about my debut novel, Gods and Goddesses, Children of Ragnarøkkr. This is a mature dark fantasy that focuses on the divine family, specifically the Godlings, or again, the Children of Ragnarøkkr, as they learn what it means to be a deity. And while they grow up throughout the book, a wraith blood lurks in darkest corners, posing a threat to life itself. This book is 596 pages. Several of those pages are illustrations, with some of them being not safe for work. Now, there is a sample, if you want to check it out on Amazon, that covers from prologue to the second chapter. And if you want to buy it, paperback $16, Kindle Unlimited is basically free, and digital is $9.99. And I'll leave that link in the description down below. Now, I also want to bring to attention a comic I've been working on, and it too is a mature dark fantasy, and it's called Nightfall Eldritch. This is the first chapter, and I've been posting the safe for work version on social media, mainly Twitter or X, whichever you want to call it, and it focuses on two entities that have been waging a rivalry for centuries. And as y'all can see, here's the samples I have right here. And of course, we learned these two entities' names, the Prodder and Daemonite, left to right. Some stuff right here. Again, safe for work version. And if you're scrolling down here, the latest pages I just updated on Sunday, pages 12 and 13. They're right there, along with a little bonus by Reverie Tales, who graciously voiced the Beastly Shepherd for her debut, really, of page 12. So, again, I'll leave those links down below in the description. And let's just get to the main stuff. Okay, so I saw something pretty interesting, I think a day or two. It's kind of hard to remember. Still recovering, but that's okay. Moving on. By bounding into comics, and this is about Yoko Taro. If you guys know who that is, that's the creator of Drakengard, Nier, and Nier Automata, along with some other games. And this says, Nier creator Yoko Taro voices concern over rise in credit card companies refusing to handle adult content. If they have control of the clearinghouse, they can even use it to control speech in other countries. Which he's absolutely right, because that's what they've been doing, honestly, with not like, for example, with crowdfund campaigns, people are able not to get their money from the funding because they might have something in it that the banks disagree with. That's stuff that shouldn't be happening. All right, but get into the article. Ever the advocate for freedom of expression, particularly of the risque variety, Drakengard and Nier series creator Yoko Taro has admitted to feeling more than a little uncomfortable with the potential threat to free speech posed by credit card companies' growing refusal to process payments for adult content. Taro spoke out against this rising phenomenon on November 5th via his personal Twitter account. His mind ostensibly turned to the subject thanks to the recent news that the publicly accessible out-of-print manga archive, Manga Library Z, would be shutting down after various credit card companies dropped them as a client due to their hosting of various erotic comics. Why are we... Okay. Stop with the ads, man. Credit card payment companies are refusing to accept legitimate adult content payments, wrote the eccentric video game director as a machine translated by Deep L. Regulations beyond the law have been in place in publishing and other fields, but the fact that a payment processor, which is involved in the entire distribution infrastructure, can do so at its own discretion seems to me to be a different level of danger. If they have control of the clearinghouse, they can even use it to control speech in other countries, which is just it's a scary reality that we're living in. Here's the tweet from that. Uh, Proceeding to head off those bad faith critics who would dismiss his concerns as being rooted in nothing more than perversion, Taro would affirm in a follow-up tweet that his personal position was actually born out of fear that such power structures could eventually have very real consequences for people worldwide. I get the same that this is not just a matter of adult regulation or freedom of damn, I cannot speak, or freedom of expression, he affirmed, but a security hole for democracy as a whole. Yep, he's right on the money with that. Uh, as noted above, though Taro does not specify what specific events or persons prompted his tweets, given their timing, it's almost certain that the aforementioned shuttering of Manga Library Z was at the forefront of his mind when he wrote them. Per a recap of the situation provided by Manga Library Z founder and Love Hina mangaka Ken Akamatsu, the direct cause of the site shutdown this time was that the payment agency notified us that it was terminating the entire payment service, including payment methods other than credit card payment. All credit card companies, including JCB, suddenly became unusable, and all other payment methods except BitCash also became unavailable. He said, in addition, even the payment for the month that had already passed was withheld, and since the premium membership fee for that period and future ones was no longer coming in at all, we found ourselves in a situation where we could not even pay for the server. The Manga Library Z management staff discussed the situation and came to the conclusion that it is impossible to operate the site solely on BitCash earnings. Even if we find an alternative payment agency, sorry y'all, I'm a little bit distracted. Even if we find an alternative payment agency, the same phenomenon may occur again, and we do not want to survive by deleting only some of the works. It's a darn shame. It's a darn shame this stuff is happening. And yes, they are. These banks are literally squeezing down on people, not only Japanese but also Americans as well. Again, with the example I given with crowdfunding, certain types of crowd funds, it doesn't even have to be anything risque. It could just be something that they disagree with politically, and next thing you know, you're just sorry, you can't access your funds that you legitimately raised. So imagine that, dude. Like we need some like regulations on that. That is like, no, dude, you can't be doing that. Mm-mm. We decided to shut down the site, the mangaka continued. We deeply apologize that the period between the notification and the withholding of payment was so short that we had to bow down to the company that provides the payment service. However, this time we were able to obtain accurate information only the parties concerned can provide, such as on what basis the company declared the suspension of payment services, how much penalty will be imposed, and how long will it last, and what specific measures were taken to avoid the suspension, etc. We believe that we will be able to conduct a more legitimate investigation and conduct a hearing. In the past, Lavhina was banned by Apple's ebook application and later restored, he added. We still cite that experience frequently as a concrete experience example for protecting freedom of expression and use it effectively to this day. In recent years, unprecedented strong conditions and strong penalties have been issued by payment services, and if these are left unchecked, the situation will surely become a problem not for only ebooks, but for the Japanese content industry as a whole. Uh, Twitter posts from him, all in Japanese, and let's see, it's a long post. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to work my way down to it, and that's it right there. That's it. So, yeah, this is a nightmare that we're currently living in. We've been living in for years. This is why I also do the things that I do with what I create, because this is a way for me to fight back. It's not me being an activist or anything like that. Don't get it twisted. But it's definitely me expressing my freedom, my freedom. I'm sorry, my freedom of expression. My Second Amendment. My gosh, I cannot speak. Oh, I'm so sorry. This sickness has really messed with me. My First Amendment right to say or create things that I want to. You know, the fact that this is even a thing shows you just shows me just how skewed things can be within this whole bureaucracy type stuff with the loopholes and whatever else. And I don't I I just I'm I want to say that, like, I'm I'm just in a pickle about this, because I think if this is happening to these guys, how much how worse would it be with me if all of a sudden they start shining a spotlight on me and in trying to basically deplatform me and stuff. Scary, scary things, man. Hopefully these the politicians can get their butts in gear and people actually start waking up to that and start making a move to pushing the politicians to do like a regulation or something, to where this wouldn't be much of a problem, and this shouldn't be a problem. I don't know. That's my thoughts. Let me know about yours down in the comments below. You can like it, you can dislike this video, you can even share it or whatever. Thank you so much for watching this video, and again, I apologize for kind of being in and out with this sickness. I'm feeling a lot better, but obviously I still need to make some progress with health wise. Alrighty, y'all. That's it for now, and I'll catch you in the next video. Ciao.